Pharmacists Stephen Harper and Seth Miller are ready to answer your health questions and handle all your prescriptions. They offer free delivery, mail-out service, and accept all utility payments, all part of their good neighbor way of doing business. Visit Hicks & Boss at 304 Morgantown Street in Uniontown or call 724-437-2828. Open Monday to Friday, 9 to 6 and Saturday until 3.
Your local station, WMBS.
The views and opinions presented by the host, guests, or callers on this program do not necessarily represent the positions of WMBS Radio.
Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to What's on Your Mind. I'm your host, Russ Rhodes. It is open conversation today. Looking forward to chatting with you, so give me a buzz. 724-438-4593. We are brought to you by AR Roofing and Remodeling, Bright Stripes, Seal Coating and Line Striping, Madewell Services, Full Lawn Care and Cleaning Services, K2 Engineering, Coldwell Banker, Laurel Ridge Realty, Hicks & Boss Drugstore, and Gary's Auto Sales. All righty. So, now apparently, well, out in Los Angeles, this is completely legal. Apparently, the citizens of Los Angeles, did I say Las Vegas? I meant Los Angeles. I apologize. Back in 1990, voters in L.A. Approved a public campaign financing program. Current mayor, Karen Bass, who is running for re-election, putting out a plea to supporters, cites this law. And she doesn't call it a law, she just makes reference to it. She says, hey, because of the grueling primary, you know, our campaign funds are low, so we need you to step up and donate. And remember that for every dollar that you donate to my campaign, the city of LA will match that 6-1. So as she says, you donate $5. Well, with the matching, it is now $35 is what she will get. So in other words, this campaign financing is taking public funds, public tax money, and giving it to politicians running for office within the city of LA. Now you might say, hey, that's all well and good. That's okay. Well, what if it's somebody you're against? What if it's somebody you don't want elected? That's your tax money that these candidates are being paid from. So whether you like it or not, you're contributing to somebody's campaign fund. Now, I don't see how this can possibly be legal. I understand it is. The citizens of LA voted on it. They approved it. This goes back to 1990. I don't know what the original wording was, but I'm sure City Council through the years has changed it. Maybe originally it was 1-to-1. For every dollar, this fund will add in another dollar. I don't know. I don't know what has changed, if anything. I'll give you that. But regardless, does this really seem right to you? Now, it's one thing if instead of donating to a particular candidate, you contribute to a general fund on your own. And from that fund, distributions are made. But this is coming out of tax money. This is coming out of, money that could go to a fire department budget or a police budget or just to maybe lower taxes altogether. I don't know how much this fund is, how much is budgeted to this fund. I don't know if there's a cap to it, but still, I come back to it is coming out of taxpayer money. It just does not seem right to me. What about you? Okay, here. Up in Boston. I've never been to Boston. I would love to go. One of these days I will, if for nothing else, to go see Old Ironsides, USS Constitution. But there's all kinds of other history up there I'd love to go see, but I've never been. But I'm not here to talk about that right now. A while back, the Boston City Council, led by Mayor Michelle Wu, passed an ordinance that prevents ICE agents from using city-owned parking lots to be used as staging area for ICE agents prior to going on a neighborhood sweep or enforcement program. So, they can't gather at 5 a.m. in the morning at a Boston-owned parking lot and say, okay, guys, this is what we're doing today. Can't do that. So, ICE, they put out ads asking for private parking lot owners who would be willing to contract with them. They were in need of 249 contiguous parking spaces. So they were looking for and contracting with private owners of parking lots. Well, Mayor Michelle Wu has filed a Freedom of Information Act request with ICE wanting to know what private parking lots have contracted with ICE because she wants to go after them. What business is it of hers? What a private owner does, who he rents to, who he or she rents to. As long as it's not a criminal activity, what business is it of hers? I understand she might think that what ICE is doing is criminal, but it is not. So what business is it of hers? I'd like your comments on that. Abu El-Sayed, he is the Democratic candidate for senator in the state of Michigan. Yesterday in an interview, compared male circumcision to child sex changes. Compared circumcision to child sex changes. He's getting blasted by both sides of the aisle on this. With Republicans saying, circumcision isn't amputating parts. And liberals saying, wrong message. Wrong message. So, your thoughts there. It is down in South Carolina. It is runoff election day between Ralph Norman and Darlene Graham, the sister of the late Senator Lindsey Graham, to have their name put on the final general election ballot in November to serve a full term as senator for South Carolina in the U.S. Senate. So that is a race to watch down there. And then, so what was it? Was it like a year and a half ago? Gulf of Mexico became the Gulf of America. Well, President Trump, in light of the trade talks falling apart between the U.S. and Canada, is floating the idea of changing the name of Lake Ontario to Lake America. So your thoughts on that? And that pretty much does it for my topics today. If there's something else you wish to talk about, by all means, give me a call. We'll chat about that as well. Regular, topics, Steelers, Pirates. We can even chat about Penguins. Penguins have kind of a media day going today, talking about the upcoming season with their affiliates and whatnot. So we can talk Penguins too, as they'll be heading off to training camp in the not too distant future as well. So what else do you want to chat about? That's up to you. Give me a buzz, 724-438-4593. Speaking of baseball, the Pirates did win the first game of their 3-game series against the Padres. They go again tonight. 9:15 is pregame, 9:40 first pitch, and you'll be able to catch that game right here on WMBS. Also, Pirate baseball tomorrow, and Thursday is Steeler football, the last preseason game before they get a week off and the regular season starts up. So they travel to Buffalo to take on the Bills. We can chat about that. Do you think they should play their starters, who they see as the starters, both offense and defense? Should they play them? And if so, how long, how many series, how many quarters should they play their starters as they do their final tune-up before the regular season? So give me a call on all of those things. None of those things, something else, be my guest. Give me a call, whatever, 724-438-4593. We're going to take a break, so both lines are open. Give me a call. Plenty of time to get those lines busy.
It's the perfect time to upgrade your outdoor area with a new fence from All Around Fence Company, conveniently located on Route 40 in Uniontown. All Around Fence has been installing quality residential, commercial, and farm fencing for more than 46 years. Offering residential fencing including chain link, decorative aluminum, steel, and more, All Around Fence has the fence for you. All Around Fence is also your one-stop shop for Neutrina products and carries Weaver equine and livestock supplies and Prefert farm equipment. So, if you need to upgrade an existing fence, add a new gate, or are considering the installation of new farm fencing, Visit All Around Fence, open Monday through Friday from 8:30 to 5 p.m. and Saturdays from 9 to 1, or give them a call at 724-439-0331. To learn more, visit allaroundfence.com.
Is it time for your first home or time to trade up to a home that fits your lifestyle? It's time to visit Clayton Homes of Bell Vernon. You'll find special savings along with trade-in and trade-up deals. Imagine beautiful, new, energy-efficient homes packed with the features you've been dreaming about. Trade in and trade up at Clayton Homes of Bell Vernon, 4500 PA 51. Trade-in value toward purchase of a new home determined by resale value and evaluation by home center manager. Additional deposit may be required.
Mountaintop Title and Notary can handle all of your motor vehicle and PennDOT needs, such as titles, plates, renewal, registrations, and all notary needs. Tina Nicholson of Mountaintop Title and Notary can also handle ATV and boat titles and also does income taxes. Hours are Monday through Friday, 9:30 to 4:30, and appointments can be made for after hours and Saturdays. Mountaintop Title and Notary with a new location at 655 Nelson Road in Farmington, the only place you need to go for all title, notary, and tax work. Call Tina at 724-984-1514 for the most professional services around.
Uncover camouflaged health symptoms at WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital during a free community health screening on Saturday, September 19th from 8 to 11 a.m. Receive screenings for your heart, circulation, bone health, blood pressure, blood glucose, and more, all at no cost. Plus, physicians will be on site to answer your questions. Pre-register today and receive a free WVU Medicine camouflage hat. Visit wvumedicine.org/Uniontown to register.
Hello, I'm attorney Jeremy Davis from the law firm of Davis & Davis. We've been helping the great people of Fayette County for over 45 years with personal injury claims. If you are hurt or injured, call our law firm for your free consultation. The insurance companies are not on your side. Call us today at 724-437-2799. Either myself or an attorney from our office will personally come out and meet with you. If you're in an accident or hurt, call us at Davis & Davis, 724-437-2799 for your free consultation. Let us fight for you.
Businesses come in all shapes and sizes. Integrity doesn't. For more than a century, the Better Business Bureau has set the standards for how businesses should operate honestly and ethically. So when you're looking for a business you can trust, check to see who's BBB accredited and who isn't. Always choose the Better Business. Look for the BBB seal because it's looking out for you. That's why it's the sign of a better business. And find a better business anytime at bbb.org.
WMBS.
Welcome back to What's on Your Mind. I'm Russ Rhodes, your host. It is open conversation. Give me a buzz, 724-438-4593. Hello, welcome to the show.
Good afternoon, Russ. This is Jesse.
Hey, Jesse, how you doing today?
Okay, since nobody's calling in, hey, a few years ago, I was on Lake America, and I had a boat ride, and you know, you get the most beautiful skyline view of Toronto.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Oh, it's beautiful. It's beautiful, yeah, on Lake America.
Yeah.
But that's not what I call. That's not why I called.
Okay.
I called about a story I heard today. I don't know if you heard it or not. NFL and basketball pros are going back to college.
Yes.
Did you hear this?
Yes. So I'm not all that knowledgeable on the subject yet, but from what I can understand.
Yeah, it's something about they have a year of eligibility left, but they left college, went into the pros, became a pro player, either basketball or football, and now they get paid more by going back to college. They get a bigger paycheck than being on a practice squad.
Yeah, well, I can't. I don't think it's not that they're guaranteed more pay, but the possibility exists with the NIL, the name, image, likeness licensing that's taking place.
I think that's crazy. That's crazy.
I agree.
I never heard a thing. Hey, I don't think any of these college players should get paid anything, not a dime. That's why they're going to college, to become something better in life. And yes, maybe become a pro player, yes, you know, and make a lot of money, yeah. But I don't believe they should make 6 digits by playing in college.
I agree with you. Now, I will say this, though, Jesse. I do think since the colleges use their likenesses in advertising, you know, to get ticket sales and memorabilia and everything else, the players should be compensated for that. Absolutely.
I think it's ridiculous.
But you know, my problem is this might be driven by ignorance. This part here, I just don't know. But are these college players, and not just these ones that are now eligible to come back from the NFL to play another year of college ball? I'm just talking your regular ones that are, you know, signed out of high school or they transfer, whatever. Yeah. Are they still getting scholarships?
I don't know.
I don't know either. And if they are, I'm like, yeah, no, I'm not giving you a scholarship when you're making $5 million a year off of your. No, you're going to now pay me. I'm giving you the opportunity to be here.
That's exactly right.
So you're going to pay for your education.
Does all college athletes get a paycheck or just certain ones?
That I don't know. I
don't know either.
I don't know how the whole thing works. I don't know if I don't know if it's a shared revenue system or not.
I don't know. I never got any information on that yet.
Yeah, I don't know, Jesse.
But anyway, yeah, I stayed up till after 2 until that Pirate game was over. Isn't that ridiculous? Hey, I fell asleep for a couple hours, woke up, the game was still on, and they was just signing off at 10 after 2.
Yeah, that was a long game.
I thought, check. Yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't that unbelievable?
Yes.
Well, at least they won. At least they won one, huh?
That's true. Well, so was it? Refresh my memory. Was it extra innings yesterday, the game?
12.
12, okay. Well, so that's understandable. I mean, you know, 9 innings goes 3 hours, 3:15 anymore.
And I can't figure out, now this had a lot to do with these last couple innings after the 9th, like the 10th, 11th, 12th. None of these teams know how to bunt.
Oh no! Some of the basics no longer exist.
They're totally clueless. Yeah. They have the free runner on second base, whatever you call them, a ghost runner.
Right.
And then these guys that come up next try to bunt them over to third so they can bring them in on a fly ball. They can't even bunt to get them to third.
Sure.
That's how stupid they are.
Well, so but I will say this: it's one thing. I mean, if that's the tactic that's being used in baseball on a
they tried, it's not working. It didn't work for both teams.
I know, but if I know you're going to attempt to bunt, I can alter my pitch so that it makes it harder for you to bunt.
Exactly.
You know,
most of the time, all they did was pop it up to the pitcher or somebody else. They couldn't get it on the ground.
Yeah.
Well, that was the good old days of baseball. I miss it. I miss it.
You know, bunting is no longer. Baseball is no longer a team sport in so many respects, because you've got the player that's trying to pad his own stats, so he can get that bigger paycheck, and bunting doesn't help.
Yeah, you're right.
You know.
You're right.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay, that's all I got, Russ.
Okay, Jesse. Well, thanks for your call.
Take care. Have a good day now.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Hey, both lines are open, 724-438-4593. Give me a buzz, would you? So Paul Skeens is on the mound today. And I caught briefly an article yesterday talking about the off season that Paul Skeens is having. You know, it's not what we've come to expect from his first 2 years. This author is blaming it on Paul Skeens, saying that he's not in the best shape that he could probably be in, that he's got a quote-unquote dad bod, and that his hypothesis is that, well, he's just not as fit as he used to be, and so as a result, his mechanics have changed somewhat. So what's your what are your thoughts? You know, they might have an idea. He might. It's possible. So do the Pirates sit him down in the off season, put him on a fitness regimen? I think that can be a double-edged sword too. I think you can bulk up too much or become too strong, if you will, that the pitching arm can be damaged, that the force that the extra muscle mass and strength contributes can be damaging to joints. So that's my opinion. And so I think it's a double-edged sword. Could he be a little more fit? Maybe. That's not for me to say. How many of us can afford to be more fit? I know I could afford to be more fit, but I can't speak for Paul Skeens. So, you know, your thoughts on that. 724-438-4593. What else do you want to chat about here? I'm still floored by this idea of the city of LA matching campaign funds with taxpayer money. I just again, it's one thing if I voluntarily give my money to a fund that gets distributed to candidates. That's one thing, but to take my tax money to do that, to me, is just, it's inherently wrong. It's inherent, and it goes to the point that I may not like that candidate. I may not like any of the candidates that it's going to. Why should my tax money, why should my portion of the taxes that LA collects every year now go towards a candidate? Yeah, maybe my part only amounts to a penny, 5 cents, 10 cents. It's still my tax money that is meant to go towards police protection, fire protection, sanitation, infrastructure maintenance, you know, painting the lines on the highway, repairing potholes. That's what my tax money is supposed to go to, not to some political candidate. I just think it's wrong. And to, I don't know, purposely going out there and advertising the fact just so your campaign gets more money. And this is what exactly Karen Bass did. Hey, you know what? We had to spend a lot in the primary. Our funds are a little low, So if you contribute now, well, the city's going to contribute as well. It's okay to ask for campaign money, but I don't know that to add to go and mention this program. To me, I just rubs me the wrong way. 724-438-4593. Lake America. Lake America. You know, I'm surprised I'm not getting any calls about that. I mean, Jesse brought it up, but I'm surprised I'm not getting any calls from anybody on this. I don't care either way, quite frankly. I think, I personally, maybe the president is serious. I don't know. I think right now is just kind of tongue-in-cheek. He's taking a jab at Prime Minister Carney and the broken down trade talks. I think he's just poking some fun at him. So I just think it's kind of funny, and so I'm interested in what you have to say, what you think is going on there. So give me a buzz on that. I want to come back to Abdul El-Sayed, the candidate for Senate up in Michigan, who has said some things that are off the wall. Off the wall, really. And is he, because of that, I mean, this is just one of the things, comparing circumcision to child sex changes. You know, he's come out against the Second Amendment. He's got a campaign staffer that gets triggered by the sight of the American flag and says it's white supremacy and everything. Are comments like that, and your thoughts here about this as well, is that driving traditional Democrat voters towards the Republican candidate, Mike Rogers? What do you think about that? And we'll take it, not just Abdul El-Sayed, but any candidate on the far left. Some of their comments, is that driving traditional Democrats to the right? Your thoughts?
Hello, welcome to What's on Your Mind.
Hello, Russ.
Yes, sir. How are you, Mark?
Oh, I'm fine. Just come in from cutting the grass, you know.
Yeah.
I'm going to make myself a sandwich. I bought some lunch meats. I'm going to cut some of these tomatoes I got from, Duda. I grew the tomato plant. I got the tomato plants from Duda's.
Mm-hmm.
Put them on the sandwich. Got to have that.
Sure.
Once in a,
Yep.
most of them I give away down at the bar. There's just too much, just for a half a dozen plants.
Okay.
Yeah. But there's just two items I'll bring up. And one is just a little bit, it's just odd as far as I'm concerned. What happened on the other side of the border there in Youngtown in a little borough called East Palestine? You know what I'm saying?
Are you bringing up the owner of the San Francisco 49ers?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I was kind of looking on the internet, just getting a few facts, I guess. I guess what he was doing in Youngstown, I guess his family's originally from there, and they married into that family that owns the 49ers. So, I guess that's why he was he was here. But I kind of looked up his net worth. They say it was worth $500 million.
Yeah. Yeah.
And his family.
And he's paying $140 for a hooker.
Yeah. Hey, Russ. I mean, I don't like to make moral judgments about people, but what a cheapskate!
Yeah.
I mean, that's all. That's the only moral judgment I can cast on him.
Not that I'm a, not that I'm a connoisseur in the way guys look, okay, but he doesn't strike me as a bad-looking guy.
Yeah,
you know?
With a half $1 billion, he looks a damn lot better too.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, he looks darn good.
Yeah, what's he doing trolling newspaper ads for hookers?
I'm sure there's some young, attractive divorcees willing to help him get over it.
Yeah, absolutely. So,
yeah.
It'll be interesting if the NFL does anything. I mean, Robert Kraft, the owner of the Patriots, he got busted for something not too dissimilar from that, and I'm not even sure he got a slap on the wrist from the NFL.
Hey, what did Jesus say? Let he who's without sin cast the first stone.
Yes.
They're probably all keeping quiet.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. The second thing I want to bring up is we're talking about Canada. The trade and whatnot.
Sure.
And Russ. I used to be a coal miner. I worked for an American Steel Company.
Mm-hmm.
And 50 years ago, the 4 largest steel companies in America their headquarters were right here in Pennsylvania.
Sure.
Number 1, U.S. Steel.
Yep.
Number 2, Jones and Lockman, J&L.
Mm-hmm.
Number 3, National Steel, the company I used to work for.
Mm-hmm.
And number 4 is Bethlehem Steel in Bethlehem. They made the armor plating for the battleship Missouri that the Japanese signed the surrender term.
Mm-hmm.
And now they own U.S. Steel. As far as I'm concerned, But I looked on the internet. I looked a couple months ago, and I can't believe we import so much. What they call tin plate, I guess, from Canada and I think Mexico. Well, my question is, why aren't we making? Why don't we have the steel mills here? Why don't we have the coal mines working to make this steel? If this is what we're using, I don't understand that. Why don't? Why aren't we doing it? I don't understand that.
Yeah, that is one of the things I know President Trump has been working on. Bring the factories back here, and I know U.S. Steel has expanded. I can't speak for the other companies. I don't know.
They're all. Yeah. Those three all. They went Chapter 7 bankruptcy. They don't even exist anymore.
No, I know. I know. A friend of mine back in high school, his dad worked for Bethlehem Steel. But and then actually moved halfway through high school, moved to Bethlehem, the headquarters. So anyway, and I know there are smaller mills around that specialize, but who's specializing in what, I don't know.
Yeah. That's the only. That's the only thing I don't understand. It. Why? If we're importing half the tin plate that into this country, why don't we have the steel mills and the coal mines making that steel? I just don't understand.
Yep. All righty. Hey, Mark, I got to run. I got to get a break in, and I got another caller here that I want to squeeze in before the top of the hour. So, all right. Thanks for your call, Mark. Hey, to the caller online too, bear with me. I got to get these commercials in before the break, but we'll get to you before that break as well. This is What's on Your Mind. More to come.
Hey, you looking for a quality pre-owned vehicle? Well, look no more, because with over 200 vehicles, Gary's Auto Sales is the largest used car dealer in the area. Whether you want a car, a truck, or an SUV, you'll absolutely find what you're looking for at Gary's. Gary's has been in business since 1974. You can visit them online at Gary'sAutoSales.com, or you can give them a call at 724-626-8080. Gary's Auto Sales. Many miles, many smiles.
Bright Stripe, Bay County's premier asphalt seal coating professionals. Locally owned by Matt and Lexi George. Bright Stripe specializes in residential and commercial asphalt seal coating, also excelling in line striping and layouts. thermoplastic, and infrared asphalt repair. Bright Stripe has succeeded due to their commitment to quality work for 30 years. Bright Stripe, 724-437-6090, or visit bright-stripe.com. BRITE-stripe.com.
Wind, hail, sudden leaks. When your roof takes a beating, we're here for you at AR Roofing and Remodeling. We're a locally and veteran-owned contractor, available 24/7 for repairs. As an Owens Corning Platinum Preferred Contractor, we get the job done right. Call 724-550-3064 or visit arremodels.com for your free estimate.
It's Jessica Karingala and Kevin Bain here at Ford of Uniontown. Summer may be winding down, but the savings are still going strong at Ford of Uniontown. Drive home in a new F-150 with up to $9,000 off MSRP. And don't forget about great offers on Super Duties, like up to $7,000 in savings or more if you're a current Ford owner.
But Jess, didn't I hear that September will be about more than just saving money?
That's right. Starting September 1st, Ford of Uniontown is proud to kick off our Load Up for the Common Good food drive. We're asking our customers, friends, in the community to load up on non-perishable food items and help us give back to local families in need.
And remember, we don't just sell vehicles. Our award-winning service department is ready to keep your Ford running with convenient online service appointments and free pickup and delivery.
That's Ford of Uniontown on the hill across from Applebee's. 724-425-5980 or FordofUniontown.com.
Price excludes tax, title, license, and documentation fees, financing through Ford Credit, and not all buyers will qualify.
Are you looking to list or sell your house? Now is the time to let the professionals at Caldwell Banker Laurel Ridge Realty help you with all of your real estate needs. Caldwell Banker Laurel Ridge Realty has two convenient locations to better serve you. In Uniontown area, 724-437-7100, or in Connellsville area, 724-628-7200, and speak with one of our real estate professionals. Visit our website, caldwellbanker.com. We have been proudly serving Western Pennsylvania area for over 30 years and look forward to helping you with all of your real estate needs. Broker Paul Borge Jr.
If it's time for a change of decor at your home, let the trained staff at Chesler's Fine Furniture work their magic. The August store-wide furniture clearance is going on now. There are no gimmicks involved, just great value and old-fashioned service. Chesler's offers the finest in name-brand furnishings by famous makers, plus accent pieces and wall decor that will underline your unique sense of style. You'll find items such as genuine Lazy Boy rocker recliners for $429, 5-piece dining room sets starting at $599. For the family room, there are reclining sofas from $799 and up, with matching reclining love seats and recliners. For the formal living room, there are sofas starting at $499. Don't forget the bedding department, all mattress sets reduced. Every piece of bedroom furniture, every piece of living room furniture and dining room furniture, and every piece of furniture at Chesler's will be discounted.
Welcome back to What's on Your Mind. I'm Russ Rhodes, your host. It is Open Conversation. 724-438-4593. Caller on line 2 decided he had, or she had to hop off. So I urge you, give me a call back. If not now, well, next hour, because we'll continue with the Open Conversation then as well. 724-438-4593. What else is on your mind that you want to chat about? So 75 degrees, that's what our weather center is indicating right now. Partly cloudy, or you could say partly sunny. However way you want to look at it, you're not going to be wrong. So, but a nice day outside. And you know what? We still have really a good 3 weeks of summer on the calendar. I know nights are starting to get a little cooler, maybe, but I think we still have some very, very nice weather ahead of us as we start, putting an end to the summer and start preparing for autumn or fall. So school started up, by the way, yesterday and today across the county. depending on your school district. So, as I mentioned last week, school buses are back out. Kids are standing on street corners waiting for those buses to pick them up. So be a little extra cautious in the morning, especially when things are still, a little on the dark side now, as the sun completes the Earth completes its orbit around the sun, I guess, or continues. So, just be aware that the kids are back out there. Fox News is next, followed by TJ with the local news. This is What's on Your Mind, WMBS Uniontown. It'll be 2 o'clock at the news.
This is a Fox News alert. Dolly Parton has died. I'm Lisa Brady. A family statement just posted on social media confirming the loss of an American icon.
Dolly Parton was a singer, songwriter, actor, businesswoman, and philanthropist. Born the fourth of 12 children in 1946 in Locust Ridge, Tennessee, Parton was a pioneer for women in country music. Her biggest hits include 9 to 5, Jolene, Here You Come Again, and I Will Always Love You. She was inducted into the Country Music and Rock and Roll Halls of Fame, won multiple Grammys, was awarded the National Medal of Arts, and received the Recording Academy's Lifetime Achievement Award. Her Imagination Library has distributed more than 280 million free books to kids worldwide, and her theme park, Dollywood, has entertained millions since it opened in 1986. Tanya J. Powers, Fox News.
Dolly Parton was 80 and had suffered health issues recently. Her family says she died peacefully. Again, Dolly Parton dead at 80. Retaliation and outreach. Canada slapping new tariffs on American goods in response to higher U.S. tariffs that kicked in after trade talks broke down. Ontario Premier Doug Ford telling Fox Business the dispute will lead to layoffs of auto workers. However, he's also saying that he feels the best path would be to reach a deal. Now, the new Canada tariffs on U.S. goods include steel, cheese, and seafood. Canada is acknowledging, though, this will cause pain there as well, offering a support package to impacted workers and businesses. President Trump argues Canada has been treating some U.S. products unfairly for years and has threatened another tariff increase in January. America is listening to Fox News.
In a recent survey of 123,000 wireless customers, Pure Talk was the only wireless company to receive 5 stars in every category: coverage, support, value, and data. What else do you need to know? Switch to Pure Talk today and get any plan, including their top shelf unlimited data plan, for just $15 a month for your first 3 months. No contract, no commitment. Dial pound 250, say micro, and let Pure Talk's U.S. customer service team help you make the switch.
I move mountains for a living. Literally. That means I don't carry hand lotion, and when it comes to serious heartburn, I don't mess around with anything but Rolaids Max Strength. Its dual-active formula has 1,500 milligrams of calcium carbonate and magnesium hydroxide that relieves heartburn fast. And the best part? The roll fits right here in my pocket, so I can get back to moving mountains.
Rolaids spells powerful relief. 1,500 milligrams is our highest amount of antacid per tablet. Read each label. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
The president's facing some pushback in his own party over a plan for imported beef.
Nebraska Senator Deb Fischer and Montana Senator Tim Sheehy among some Republicans who say his intentions are good, but that President Trump's plan that's not finalized to allow up to 300,000 metric tons of imported ground beef to enter the U.S. over 90 days at a low cost without triggering out-of-quota tariffs could hurt American ranchers. The president's goal, immediate price cuts at the grocery store amid a 75-year low beef supply shortage driven by drought and, of late, a ban on Mexican imports over parasite infections, which has surged the average price for ground beef to about $6.90 per pound.
Fox's Jeff Manasso, the temporary import plan is separate from action earlier this year, allowing increased beef imports from Argentina. Cattle ranchers say rebuilding the U.S. herd may take years. A new record for ICE arrests. Nearly 50,000 people taken into custody in July by Immigration and Customs Enforcement, the highest single monthly total of the second Trump term, and government figures reviewed by the Associated Press. Despite a shift in strategy after a high-profile crackdown in large cities that stirred controversy, and deadly confrontations. A New York state law restricting cooperation with ICE is now in effect.
Local police will assist ICE only if a real crime has been committed. But on civil immigration matters, ICE is on their own.
Governor Kathy Hochul warning police departments and sheriff's offices that don't comply could face legal action. Recapping the very sad news that Dolly Parton has died, the iconic songwriter, singer, and actor, and humanitarian, was 80 years old. She had recent health issues. Her husband of 59 years died last year. The family says she died peacefully in Tennessee. I'm Lisa Brady, Fox News.
Now the local, district, and statewide news. Being brought to you by Fayette Heating and Air Conditioning, your Bryant Dieter, keeping you warm and cozy in winter and cool and comfortable in summer with a quality Bryant gas furnace or air conditioning system. And now the news.
Good afternoon. It's 2:05, mostly cloudy, 76 outside of our Davis & Davis Attorneys at Law Studios, Fayette County's personal injury attorneys since 1976. Your local station, 590 AM, 101.1 FM, WMBS. I'm TJ DeStefano, and we'll check sports and weather after the news. Southwestern Pennsylvania Water Authority will have the water shut off on Tuesday, September 1st in the New Salem area from North Mill Street to Mary and Main Street, and a small section of South Mill Street from the Presbyterian Church to West Main Street, from West Main at Mario Lane to Salem Avenue, and all of Antrim Street between the hours of 8 a.m. and 4 p.m. to upgrade the system. Customers may experience low pressure or no water and are advised to keep some containers of water to minimize the outage. Tractor trailer caught fire on the Pennsylvania Turnpike in Westmoreland County early this morning. Happened near mile marker 92 westbound, approaching Donegal. No injuries have been reported. Pennsylvania Department of Health today confirmed that 2 unvaccinated Lancaster County residents have died from measles-associated causes. They mark the first measles-related deaths recorded in Pennsylvania in 35 years. The state has confirmed 393 measles cases across 29 counties so far this year. Health officials emphasized that receiving 2 doses of the MMR vaccine provides 97% lifetime protection against the virus. Pennsylvania's Secretary of Health, Dr. Deborah Bogan, expressed sympathy for the families while highlighting the safety of immunization. If you're looking for a sweet treat that can cool you off, today is your day. Bree Tennis with the plan for today.
Today is National Banana Split Day, created in 1904 by a soda jerk in Pennsylvania, experimenting with ice cream combos when he stumbled across a winner. They were sold for 10 cents each back in the day, about $8 now, but there will be deals, so go look for them. 1 banana split the long way with 3 scoops of ice cream and toppings, whipped cream, fudge sauce, and a cherry on top. Enough to share. But why would you? I'm Bree Tennis.
And the banana split was created locally in Latrobe, Westmoreland County. WMBS time is 2:08. Sports and weather are next.
439-2323. For 24-hour emergency service, call us when you need. We're Fayette's Heating and Air Conditioning, your service company.
When it's sweltering outside, you'll be cool inside with central air conditioning from Bryant, the people that know cool. And it's easy to have a central air conditioning system installed in your home. Simply call on your Bryant dealer, Fayette Heating and Air Conditioning, located near the Laurel Mall on Route 119, north of Uniontown. The phone number is 439-2323. Let Fayette Heating and Air Conditioning rescue you from the sticky, humid summer weather. Remember that number for Fayette Heating and Air Conditioning, your Bryant dealer, 439-2323.
Call Fayette Heating and Air Conditioning, 439-2323, 439-2323, 439-2323.
In sports, Pirates visit the San Diego Padres tonight for Game 2 of the series. Paul Skeens will get the start for the Bucs. They are 64-69. We'll have the game on WMBS. Pregame is 9:15. First pitch is at 9:40. Steelers' final preseason game is on Thursday night. They'll visit the Buffalo Bills. Pregame's at 6, kickoff at 7. No word on who's going to be starting at quarterback on Thursday night.
The local, district, and statewide news has been brought to you by Fayette Heating and Air Conditioning, your Bryant dealer. Route 119 north of Uniontown, located near Laurel Mall. Phone 439-2323.
This Weather Watch is brought to you by Clayton Homes of Bell Vernon. Is it time to find a home that fits your lifestyle? Visit Clayton Homes of Bell Vernon. You'll find special savings along with beautiful, energy-efficient homes packed with features you've been dreaming about at Clayton Homes of Bell Vernon, 4500 PA 51.
Going to be partly to mostly cloudy the rest of the afternoon, 78. Partly cloudy and 58 tonight, and partly cloudy again tomorrow, 82. Right now, mostly cloudy and 76 outside of our Davis & Davis Attorneys at Law Studios. At 2:10 on this Tuesday, I'm TJ DeStefano, and up next, it's hour 2 of What's on Your Mind with Russ Rhodes on WMBS.
This Weather Watch was brought to you by Clayton Homes of Bell Vernon. Is it time to find a home that fits your lifestyle? Visit Clayton Homes of Bell Vernon. You'll find special savings along with beautiful, energy-efficient homes packed with features you've been dreaming about at Clayton Homes of Bell Vernon, 4500 PA 51. Looking for a family-friendly Labor Day weekend adventure? Don't miss Friendship Hill's Whiskey Rebellion Festival, Saturday and Sunday, September 5th and 6th from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. at the Friendship Hill National Historic Site on Route 166 in New Geneva. Watch Albert Gallatin and George Washington bring history alive as they discuss the 1791 whiskey excise tax. Hear and interact with author Brady Kreitzer on Saturday and historian Tom Karlowicz on Sunday. Enjoy the barbecue buggy and Mama Ruka's old-fashioned sodas and floats. Join a 10:30 a.m. period Sunday worship service with Reverend George Relic. Twice a day, the Park Service's 6-pounder cannon plays the part of the Watermelon Army's Federal Artillery, and it's prepared and fired, too. Enjoy a relaxed festival atmosphere without huge crowds. The Whiskey Rebellion Festival, September 5th and 6th from 11 to 4. Admission is free. $1 per car donation for parking is appreciated. For more information, visit the Friendship Hill Association Facebook page. See you there.
Wind, hail, sudden leaks. When your roof takes a beating, we're here for you at AR Roofing and Remodeling. We're a locally and veteran-owned contractor, available 24/7 for repairs. As an Owens Corning Platinum Preferred Contractor, we get the job done right. Call 724-550-3064 or visit arremodels.com for your free estimate.
Are you looking to list or sell your house? Now is the time to let the professionals at Caldwell Banker Laurel Ridge Realty help you with all of your real estate needs. Caldwell Banker Laurel Ridge Realty has 2 convenient locations to better serve you. In Uniontown area, 724-437-7100, or in Connellsville area, 724-628-7200, and speak with one of our real estate professionals. Visit our website, caldwellbanker.com. We have been proudly serving Western Pennsylvania area for over 30 years and look forward to helping you with all of your real estate needs. Broker Paul Borch Jr.
Are you considering a project design and don't know where to start? K2 Engineering offers a wide range of professional civil, architectural, and municipal services to meet your individual project needs. Our versatility, combined with our personalized approach, is what sets us apart as a full-service engineering and consultation firm. To learn more about our services, please visit us on the web at www.k2engineering.net. K2 Engineering, where customer service is our priority. Looking for a dentist? Dr. Michael George and Dr. Ashley Parker of George Dental Associates, a Uniontown staple, has over 40 years' experience treating patients of all ages. Their caring, professional team of dentists and their staff offer a full range of dental services, including restorative, preventative, pediatric, cosmetic, and so much more. Visit georgedentalassociates.com today. That's georgedentalassociates.com, and find out how they can enhance your smile through the art of dentistry.
Hello, Uniontown and Fayette County. This is Attorney Vince Quattrini of the Quattrini Law Group. Be sure to tune in at 11:25, the first and third Mondays of each month on this station. The Quattrini Law Group attorneys will be providing guidance on what to do when you're injured at work or in a motor vehicle accident. will also share tips when applying for Social Security disability benefits, when appealing a veteran service-connected disability claim. We do it every day, all day. You can also set up an appointment in our Uniontown or Somerset office. The consultation's free. Call Quattrini Law Group today at 724-439-8300 or Google Quattrini Law Group. That's 724-439-8300. Have a great day.
Your local station, WMVS.
The views and opinions presented by the host, guests, or callers on this program do not necessarily represent the positions of WMBS Radio.
Welcome back to Hour 2 of What's on Your Mind. I'm Russ Rhodes, your host. Open conversation this hour, 724-438-4593. We are brought to you by Gary's Auto Sales, Coldwell Banker, Laurel Ridge Realty, Madewell Services, full lawn care and cleaning services, AR Roofing and Remodeling, Hicks and Baugh's Drugstore, K2 Engineering, and Bright Stripes Seal Coating and Line Striping. Just to go over my list real quick, a law approved by voters back in 1990 allows the City of LA government to match 6-to-1 campaign contributions to candidates in the city of Los Angeles. So Karen Bass, who's running for re-election as mayor, is tapping into that and reminding campaign donors of this program. President Trump has teased changing Lake Ontario to Lake America. Abdul El Sayed, the Democrat candidate for senator up in the state of Michigan, has compared circumcision to child sex changes. Down in South Carolina, there is a runoff election today for the Republican candidate to U.S. Senate. Darling Graham, who was appointed by the governor of South Carolina to fulfill her late brother's term, Senator Lindsey Graham, the late senator, is running to get the seat on her own, going up against Ralph Norman. Boston Mayor Michelle Wu has filed a Freedom of Information Act request asking for all contracts and inquiries ICE, Immigration and Customs Enforcement, has received from local private owners of parking lots in the city of Boston. The city council a while back passed an ordinance preventing ICE from meeting and parking in lots and using them as staging areas when they go on raids. So ICE has reached out to private individuals for that purpose. They're in need of 249 contiguous spaces. And then finally, you heard on the news, Dolly Parton passed away. I've got no news as to what the cause of death was. I was talking with Doreen here during the break. Apparently, Dolly was just on Good Morning America yesterday saying that she's feeling good after having undergone some health issues. So that is big. I was never a big country singer, but I know Dolly Parton has written a ton of songs. Maybe one of the best known, other than her own Jolene, which she wrote and recorded, which I do enjoy that song. That's a great song. But the song recorded by Whitney Houston, "I Will Always Love You," has got to go down as one of the best songs of all time in my book. So your thoughts about Dolly Parton as well. Hello, welcome to What's on Your Mind.
Good afternoon, Russ. How you doing this afternoon? This is Bill from the Valley.
Yeah, Bill, how you doing?
I am doing fantastic. Enjoying a nice, beautiful Tuesday afternoon in southwestern Pennsylvania, mainly Pittsburgh. That sounds good.
Okay.
I got a couple questions for you, or maybe one. Who owns the Gulf of Mexico, and who owns Lake Ontario?
Well, Gulf of Mexico or Gulf of America, however you want to refer to it, is international waters. Other than the, is it a 3-mile limit or a 12-mile limit that is considered part of any country, not just the U.S. But
I think it's 3.
yeah, I think it used to be 12, and some time ago it was set back to 3. So, and then as far as Lake Ontario, I believe the border goes through, roughly the center of the lake.
Yes. Okay, I just looked it up on Google, and that's the smartest thing in the world to do when you don't know what you're looking at. The answer to anything, like how you plant grass or something. But anyway, I just looked it up, and Mexico owns about 48%, somewhere around 48, somewhere around 45% for the United States, and I think Cuba is in there with 3 or 4% or something like that. So if I do the math, and I'm pretty good at math, I would think Mexico owns the Gulf of Mexico, except for the 3 miles that you were talking about earlier.
Well, no, it's only 3 miles that a country owns. Everything else is international waters.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So it's international water. So I don't understand why he has a big thing about naming that and then naming the Gulf of Mexico. I mean, Ontario, and I personally don't really care because it's nothing to me, or probably most of your listeners also. But I was just wondering what's so big about it. And I guess as far as Lake Ontario is concerned, I read that Canada, as well as the United States, of course, maintained it. So some kind of Great Lakes Agreement. I didn't read all that, but it's really strange is why some we're worried about the lakes and the Gulf of Mexico.
Yeah. Well,
Gulf
again, when it comes to Lake Ontario, I think the president's just having some fun there. He's just doing a little trolling, and I don't think he's really serious.
I hope not, but again.
And then, Gulf of Mexico, so, that I think you can argue. Well, for one thing, I think the president is just so pro-United States of America that, he's looking to promote this country. Now, having said that, the United States, Mexico, and those countries bordering South America, on the Caribbean or Gulf of Mexico, they're combined as known as the Americas.
Right. Yeah.
So, if you go with that argument, why wouldn't it be Gulf of America?
Yeah.
So
I guess it's 50. It's 50%. I have but where you can argue all night long that it belongs to. You guys still got a couple minutes. I want to ask you something.
Well, I do have another caller, but go ahead, real quick.
Okay, real quick. You guys have any problems up with the data centers up in Fayette County anywhere?
There's been talk about one going in south of in the southern part, but there's only been talk. There's supposedly a letter of agreement or a first right of refusal for some investors to buy some property that is available down there with the notion of maybe a data center. But to the best of my knowledge, that's the farthest anything has gone. A lot of communities, municipalities here in Fayette County, they're starting to look at their zoning regulations to address that possibility. If data centers are going to come in, the zoning is going to stipulate what they can and can't do.
Yeah, see, where I'm at, they're big. It's been big for about the last 3 months now, and actually, we just voted on it first of this month. We have 6 boroughs in our zoning area, and they all had to pass it, 100%, and they all did. So we got a 12-month moratorium on them. Now, having said that, now where do we go from there? I don't know. Arguments going to be arguments, yes or no, whatever. But it's just I haven't heard too much from you guys. I was wondering if it was just us they're picking on. I don't know.
No.
Okay.
All right.
Hey, but yeah, you got another caller. Go ahead, and thank you very much.
Thanks, Bill.
God bless you all. Bye.
Have a
Bye
great
now.
day. Bye-bye.
You too. Thank you.
Hello. Welcome to What's on Your Mind.
Yeah, good afternoon, Russ. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. Russ, I'm going to take issue with your warmongering. I think you're absolutely wrong on. I think you're swallowing the Israeli.
Who am I speaking with?
You're speaking with Rob.
Rob, I'm sorry. Rob, you don't sound like you.
Well, that's who it is.
Yes, it is.
Yes, you're following the neocon war line put down by Netanyahu and these Likudniks over in Israel. Basically, he's been trying to have us do his dirty work on Iran for more than 30 or 35 years. And in fact, if we go back to March 2003, total public debt here in the United States was $6.46 trillion, it's nearly $6.5. Today, it's $40 trillion.
Yeah.
And climbing precipitously. Okay, it's not like we have spare trillions to go ahead and mount down one of these, another one of these Netanyahu make Israel greater rabbit holes. We don't have it. Number one. Number two, the Strait of Hormuz was open before Donald Trump illegally and unconstitutionally started bombing Iran. Did you see a declaration from the Congress? Because the Constitution requires it. Whether it's been done or not over decades doesn't matter. If he doesn't go to the Congress to get it, guess what? He's a constitutional breaker. He's an oath breaker. He's a liar. He perjured himself on his oath, just like any other president that takes us to war and doesn't get a formal declaration by the U.S. Congress. Because our founders intended that not one man can make all the decisions. They had just broken away from Britain because they had a king that made all the decisions. Do you get that?
I understand where you're coming from. I do. But,
okay.
And Rob, I don't know the specific rules and laws. But I do know there are, and it's been upheld by the courts, times when the president is allowed to act on his own. He still has to inform members of Congress. And
the Constitution provides for situations that won't admit of delay, but we weren't attacked. Come on, Russ. That would be on our homeland. And this is totally different, these excursions overseas. Venezuela, he talks about Cuba, talks about taking over Canada, Iran, letting Netanyahu have his way in Gaza, funding the genocide there. Hey, Netanyahu and Trump are war criminals. They should be in front of a war crimes tribunal, and upon conviction, they should receive the death penalty.
Okay.
Whether you like it or not. Now, you often start your history on Iran in 1979 with the Islamic Revolution, but you leave out a very important part. In 1953, are you aware of Operation Ajax and Kermit Roosevelt Jr., a high-placed CIA agent, and what happened there, Project Ajax?
Not specifically by that name.
Okay, well, here's what happened. In August of 1953, the democratically elected prime minister of Iran, Mohammad Mossadegh, was overthrown by the CIA and MI6 under the direction of Kermit Roosevelt Jr. And the reason was Mossadegh moved to nationalize the oil industry, which was British controlled. So that cut them out of the access and the profits, and with Cold War fears that the Soviet Union would move in, guess what they did? They deposed him, and they installed the Shah of Iran. Of course, you remember the Shah of Iran, don't you?
Yeah.
Okay, so that history does not start in 1979. 1979 is blowback from what we did meddling over there in 1953. Now, not only did they install the Shah, who was an autocratic leader, he was our autocrat, though, so it was okay with Washington and London, but he had a secret police called the SAVAK, S-A-V-A-K. Now, do you know what they did to the people over there in Iran? Any dissident, you know what happened to them?
Well, yeah,
they were put in dungeons, they were tortured, they were murdered, they were killed. Those SAVAK police forces were trained by none other than the CIA and Israelis Mossad. That's history. So for you, again, in 1981 to 1988, there was the Iran-Iraq war. Saddam was at war with Iran. Whom did we choose? We chose Saddam.
Yeah.
Who did we provide chemical weapons to? Well, we provided them to Saddam. So we've been meddling, chemically bombing, murdering, and killing these people for decades, and you act like it all started with Nightline in 1979. You're woefully mistaken. Before this began, again, illegal and unconstitutional, that strait was open. And before he tore up the JCPOA, there were inspectors inside Iran. It might have not been perfect, but they were in there. Now, the silly reasons that Trump gives to go in there and say, oh, we got to get the nuclear dust. Come on, if you got nuclear materials blown to dust under tons of rock and rubble, and it's radioactive, who's going to go get that? Our troops aren't, and certainly Iranians aren't going to go to it. I mean, it's ludicrous on its face, just like the weapons of mass destruction lie that Netanyahu and Colin Powell got us into back in 2003, which was $33.6 trillion ago. So to continue down this road to expand Israel's borders, expand their power, and James is exactly right. The Israeli lobbyists ultra powerful here. They control the Congress. They control the media. You don't think they control the media? Larry Ellison, owner of Oracle Systems, the business software giant, is a multi hundreds of billionaire. Okay, that's what he is. He's buying up all kind of media properties for his sons. They own CBS News. Barry Weiss, formerly of the New York Times, ultra-Zionist lady, she heads CBS News. Everything's going to be the straight Israeli line. They're now in talks with Warner Brothers to take over CNN. So it's a massive consolidation of media and control over not only online sources but legacy media, so that the agenda happens. So that there is no interest in us working toward a greater Israel, empowering Israel to be the regional hegemon there, and breaking our bank and our backs to do so. And not only that, putting our sons and daughters over there as cannon fodder for their greater Israel project. If they want to expand and they want to fight Lebanon, and if they want to fight Iran, and if they want to go into, now there's talk of Turkey, which is a NATO member, then you know what? Benjamin Warmonger Netanyahu can pay for it, and he can send his sons and daughters to die for it, not ours. Okay. And that's why Trump is tanking in the polls, and what he's going to do is in the midterms, he's going to throw this all to Democrats, and quite frankly, I think he's been a snake all along. Remember he always said in his campaign things, well, you knew damn well I was a snake before you took me on. He's been a Democrat snake the whole time, dressed up in Republican drag, and he repudiated all of his rhetoric in the campaigns and his promises, and he turned his back on MAGAs, and they need to wake up, because guess what? We're heading for disaster financially. Disaster. Thank you.
Thanks for your call. Got to run.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Hey, both lines are open, but I got to take a quick little break. When we come back, 724-438-4593. Let's have some more conversation.
If you are looking for a trusted local law firm with a strong commitment to their clients, look no further than Zebley Law Offices. Attorney Zebley has been practicing law in Fayette County for more than 4 decades. Although specializing in bankruptcy, Zebley also handles real estate matters, civil suits, collections, wills, powers of attorney, and more. If you need legal help, go with a name you recognize and trust. Call Zebley Law Offices today at 724-439-9200.
You can go to Big Box Medical Office.
Now serving number 3,943.
Or
hi, come on in. How are you?
For personal, professional health care you can trust, see Dr. Paul Hardley and nurse practitioners Tara Bozak, Jessica Reckhart, and Stacy Morris, proudly serving our community for over 30 years. Need care today? Walk-ins are always welcome. For your primary care, call Dr. Paul Hartley at 724-437-1109 or visit ppcp.org.
Or serving number 3,944.
Warm weather means you'll be spending more time outside. So enjoy your deck or patio with retractable or fixed awnings from Lifetime Awnings. Made in the USA with manufacturer and customers guarantees, Lifetime Awnings products last. Lifetime Awnings is veteran-owned and operated with a 10% discount to all military veterans and their families. Call Lifetime Awnings 724-554-6067 or email John, the owner, at lifetimeawningsusa@gmail.com.
Bad hair day? Bad day at the office? Bad day behind the wheel? Hey, stuff happens, even to the best of us. At least your car insurance rate doesn't have to take a hit. Get Erie Rate Lock from Erie Insurance. Gives you a great rate that stays put until you change a car, driver, or your address. Plus, seriously good service. Now that's something to smile about.
Your Erie agent in Uniontown and Ross Traver Township is Sproul's Insurance Group, 724-437-9812, or go to SproulsInsurance.com.
Erie Rate Lock does not guarantee continued insurance coverage and is not available in all
Wow, your dog looks beautiful. We went to Mutts on Market Street, the dog grooming salon in downtown Brownsville. Samantha has over 10 years dog grooming experience. They work with any dog, any breed, any size.
Didn't it cost a fortune?
No, the prices are great. They offer a full line of grooming and other services.
Mutts on Market Street, now in the new location, 15 Bridge Boulevard in Brownsville at the old Dukeman's Beer Distributor. Same great service for dogs and cats at the same great prices. Mutts on Market Street, now in the old Dukeman's in Brownsville. For more information, visit Mutts on Market Street on Facebook.
Hi everyone, this is Kelly Clark with Autoland Hyundai in downtown Uniontown. SUV season is here, and you can get that new, certified, or select pre-owned all-wheel drive that you've been looking for. It's just a test drive away. Let me show you how simple you can buy or lease your next vehicle. The season is changing, so fall into your best deal with me. Kelly Clark, Autoland Hyundai, 724-208-5281. 724-208-5281. Great selections, super pricing, and deals on your next wheels. Kelly Clark, Autoland Hyundai, 724-208-5281. Kelly Clark, Autoland Hyundai, 724-208-5281. I'll make you a good deal.
Having Hicks & Baugh's drugstore in Uniontown means reliable, quality, and friendly service. Pharmacists Stephen Harper and Seth Miller are ready to answer your health questions and handle all your prescriptions. They offer free delivery, mail-out service, and accept all utility payments, all part of their good neighbor way of doing business. Visit Hicks & Baugh's at 304 Morgantown Street in Uniontown or call 724-437-2828. Open Monday to Friday, 9 to 6, and Saturday until 3.
Welcome back to What's on Your Mind. I'm Russ Rhodes. It is open conversation, 724-438-4593. Hello, welcome to the show.
Hey, good afternoon. In response to the guy that was on before your break,
Yeah,
he's correct.
Who's this I'm talking to?
This is Mark.
Hi, Mark.
How you doing today?
Good.
Hey, we're headed down financial disaster, and most of the Americans don't even realize what this debt means.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when you can spend $2,700 a day for the next 40 million years to equal it.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's not what I called about. I called about these, and I'm gonna be nice and just call them communists.
Okay.
That are running on the Democratic Party.
Yeah.
And they come down, they throw up when they look at our flag. Some of them, they want to cancel some of the amendments. How can these people legally swear in to uphold the Constitution of the United States when they're telling you this? How can they even hold an office?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, how can that be? I mean, I don't know.
I don't know. That's one of the one of the great things about the Constitution, though, is they're allowed to. You know, the Constitution doesn't put any limits as to your political beliefs. I think the founding fathers and the authors of our Constitution were probably giving the citizens of this newly formed country and those yet to come, which now include us, maybe more credit than what we deserve. You know what I mean, Mark? You know, we're giving them this great government here.
We're not watching the store.
Yeah. You know, we're not. You know, maybe they were thinking we were smart enough and bright enough to realize when there would be a threat to this Constitution and to this form of government, this lifestyle that America has earned through hard work and ingenuity and, you know, capitalism and everything, that we'd be smart enough to see when there was a threat to that way of life and throw it away. Say, no, you don't belong here.
Well, there are some of us that are smart enough. I mean, obviously you see it. That fella that was on the radio before, he sees it. And, you know, different ways. He's condemned some things, which I don't necessarily agree, but I can see it happening, what they're doing. I mean, it's been going on for, 90 years they've been trying to bankrupt this country. Bankruptcy of this country is the only way you can defeat us. There's no other way. It's just to bankrupt us. And this is where they're headed. And the people in there that they say they can't get the budget, that's crap, Russ, that you can't balance a budget.
Right, I agree.
It is simple. I could balance their budget, but it has to be balanced. You can't say, well, no, you're not going to do this. You're not going to. No, we're going to do this. This is all cut.
You know, Harrisburg has to present a balanced budget and live within their means every year. You know, the city of Uniontown has to present a balanced budget. The county of every governmental agency in Pennsylvania and all, I'm willing to say all 50 states have to have a balanced budget. Why does the federal government have to get to be immune from that?
Well, the states balance their budget. It's around back door. They take the federal money and spend it on programs here that they don't have to take tax money. They're still spending the tax money, but it's coming now from the federal, not the state.
Right.
If the federal would quit give the states nothing, run what you're supposed to run, the defense of this country, the tariffs, international trade, etc. Run what you're supposed to run. Not all these programs giving money through the back door so the states look like they're balancing things. And what you said is true. They're balancing, but they're not. They're still getting the money from the back door, and we're having the deficit federal. So I mean, they're just playing the backdoor game. Anyway, that's pretty much all I had to say, Russ. I just listened to this, and I'm sure it drives a lot of us, because I see for my grandchildren, I'm sure you're seeing if you have grandchildren or children.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. What's going to happen for them? You're going to take this. You work hard. You save yourself a few $1,000,000 bucks. You can throw it in the street. It's not worth nothing now. Go buy a loaf of bread. I don't know what, $2-3 for a loaf of stinking bread.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're taking the money. They're ruining you. Then they blame Elon Musk. They blame him. Well, why don't these people go invent something, or get people on there to invent something?
You know, Mark, I brought this up before. Why is DSA working to bring people down, bring the rich down to a lower level, instead of working to bring those that are down back up? You know, why aren't we pushing the notion of, if you work hard, you too can be like Elon Musk? You know, why don't we celebrate that with our children and our young adults?
My children know I raised them, and they celebrate. They work hard. They are successful. Anybody can be successful in this country.
Absolutely.
If you choose to sit on the couch and get the handouts and live in the project because it's free to you, you're not going to be successful taking the handouts. You're only going to get the handouts.
Well, I mean, okay, here's two political figures that subscribe to that. You got Tim Scott, senator from South Carolina, the grandchild of a slave. Look where he is now. He's a senator.
No, what?
You know, ran for president and is a
Right.
sitting senator. Then you have Vice President Vance, who grew up in poverty. Well, maybe not poverty as such, but certainly did not have money. Was around the drug culture, from what I understand. But, you know, he landed with his grandparents who raised him to become Vice President of the United States. You know?
No argument. Hey,
yeah.
They're not crying, woe is me, I can't make it. I need a welfare check every month.
Right.
Or I can't make it because I'm a black man. You can, I don't care what color you are, you can be successful. Take a look to our country, as you know. Take a look at our country. It's not just white people that are successful.
Mm-hmm.
It's Chinese people, it's etc. Asians, it's black people. There are a lot of successful ones.
Yes.
And they don't cry, oh, woe is me.
Mm-hmm.
They go for it. And some of them are still, they're billionaires, and they're still saying that, certain races are causing their downfall.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking as billionaires, I'm like, that just blows me away, but nevertheless.
Right.
Anyone can be successful. I've debated with people. They said, no, that's not true. That you were just one of the lucky ones. I said, lucky my foot.
Yeah, really.
You spend 18 hours a day working like a dog to be successful. Don't tell me anybody can do it.
And let's maybe Mark too. We also need to look at the definition of successful. So here, I don't know your economic situation, but let me ask you a question. Do you have a house?
I do.
Do you have a car?
I do.
Are you able to go away on vacations?
I am.
You have raised kids to be successful contributors to society.
Yes, indeed.
I would say you're very successful.
I'm very successful. That's what I'm saying. If I can do it, anyone can do it. Yes. That's success. Success is not just having $1 trillion in the bank. That's a byproduct. These people that condemn our wealthy people that create all these jobs, money is a byproduct. They just don't understand this. You cannot help it. You invent a spaceship that rescues the United States astronauts and lands the boosters back down and reuses them. Money's a byproduct. Do they want these people? They need to read these people that are condemning this. Let them read Atlas Shrugged and understand it, and then they'll see what happens when the productive people say, "I quit." Let Elon Musk quit. Let just you can go on and on and on. Name them. Let the best heart doctor in the country quit.
Right.
Etc. Then they'll see what happens. I mean, if you've read the Atlas Shrugged, you know the book. That's what happens in the book.
Absolutely.
Anyway.
So.
All right, Russ, I'm gonna let you roll. I've vented enough.
Mark, that's
there's
quite all
nothing
right.
I can do about it. Other than write the government a check for $397,000 to pay my share of that $40 trillion.
Actually, I just did the math on that real quick. Actually, it's 120,000.
Is it only 120?
Yeah, that's for every man, woman, and child. So that baby that was born at 2:00 this morning, owes 120,000.
Hey,
So,
get your checkbooks out.
Yeah, yes. So yeah, if we all did that, if we also we could zero things out and we'd be all good then, right?
Well, no, they do it again.
True.
They keep doing it.
Yeah. Yeah.
They keep doing it. They won't
keep
stop.
Yes.
I mean, all of them.
Isn't that the definition of insanity, Mark?
Yes, it is. That's who said that? Einstein said that. Didn't he?
I don't know who actually gets credited with that, but
doing the same thing over and over.
Yes, and expecting different results. Right. Yes.
Right. I believe that was Einstein said that.
Okay.
Just as we're talking.
Well,
all right, Russ. Thank you.
I'll Google that when I go to a break here. We'll find out.
There you go. Mention it on the air so I know whether I was right or not.
All right, Mark. I will.
All right.
Thanks for the call. Appreciate it. Hey, we got to take a little break here. When we come back, though, both lines are open. So give me a buzz. You and I together, we'll close out hour 2 of What's on Your Mind right after this.
Wind, hail, sudden leaks. When your roof takes a beating, we're here for you at AR Roofing and Remodeling. We're a locally and veteran-owned contractor available 24/7 for repairs. As an Owens Corning Platinum Preferred Contractor, we get the job done right. Call 724-550-3064 or visit arremodels.com for your free estimate.
AR Roofing, never settle.
That sneeze was in a different zip code, and I still felt the germs.
Relax, Randy. I went to Montgomery Medical. I'm fully shielded.
Like a flu shot?
Flu, COVID, the works. If you haven't caught up on your shots yet, they'll get you sorted in minutes. It's basically a suit of armor, but with less clanking. Then do the double shot. After Montgomery Medical, head over to Renew You Medispa. I got their immunity IV drip.
A Medispa?
You relax, you hydrate, and you give your immune system a VIP upgrade.
Montgomery Medical, a family tradition of family medicine.
Uncover camouflaged health symptoms at WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital during a free community health screening on Saturday, September 19th from 8 to 11 a.m. Receive screenings for your heart, circulation, bone health, blood pressure, blood glucose, and more, all at no cost. Plus, physicians will be on site to answer your questions. Pre-register today and receive a free WVU Medicine camouflage hat. Visit wvumedicine.org/Uniontown to register.
Laurel Ridge Eye Care reminds us that vision problems may develop so slowly you don't even notice until you find yourself reading less and straining to focus. If that's happening to you, call Dr. Aaron Sobel at Laurel Ridge Eye Care for a complete vision exam. If there's one thing you shouldn't overlook, it's your vision. Laurel Ridge Eye Care and board-certified ophthalmologist Dr. Aaron Sobel remind you that early detection of eye disease can help prevent blindness. Their complete vision exams can help determine if you are developing problems. Laurel Ridge Eye Care offers full-service medical, surgical, and laser eye care with cataract surgery performed at Uniontown Hospital. Don't take chances with your eyes. Schedule your appointment today by calling Laurel Ridge Eye Care at 724-437-2222. That's 724-437-2222. All insurances are accepted, as well as Visa, MasterCard, and debit card at Laurel Ridge Eye Care, 130 West Fayette Street in the former Hockey Funeral Home.
Benjamin F. Goodwin, voted Fayette County's best attorney, and the entire award-winning Goodwin Como Law team have been trusted by your friends and neighbors for the past 20 years. From estate planning and administration to personal injury, workers' compensation, family law, and criminal defense. They deliver dedicated, personalized representation with 2 convenient offices in Uniontown and Bell Vernon. Visit GoodwinComo.com or call them at 724-438-1616 for your free initial consultation. Goodwin Como, righting wrongs, securing justice.
Bright Stripe, Fayette County's premier asphalt seal coating professionals. Locally owned by Matt and Lexi George. Bright Stripe specializes in residential and commercial asphalt seal coating, also excelling in line striping and layouts, thermoplastic, and infrared asphalt repair. Bright Stripe has succeeded due to their commitment to quality work for 30 years. Bright Stripe, 724-437-6090, or visit bright-stripe.com. BRITE-stripe.com.
One call cleans it all with Madewell Services. Family owned and operated, Madewell Services has the cleaning covered with their dependable and detailed residential and commercial cleaning, so you can come home and unwind. And Madewell Services does it all with their weekly, bi-weekly, or deep cleanings, as well as move-in and move-out services, plus junk removal. For a free estimate or to schedule a cleaning, just call or text Madewell Services at 724-912-1805.
Welcome back to What's on Your Mind. I'm Russ Rhodes, your host. It is Open Conversation, 724-438-4593. So, according to AI, Albert Einstein is not the one credited to the definition of insanity. The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. It says here, the novel Rita Mae Brown included that line in her book, Sudden Death in 1983. What else here? It's also very similar wording appeared slightly earlier in a 12-step recovery communities. An attendee at an Alcoholics Anonymous meeting was recorded saying a version of it at 1981, and Narcotics Anonymous pamphlet printed that same year stated insanity is repeating the same mistakes and expecting different results. So really don't know exactly then who brought that up, but not Albert Einstein. So, okay. I like the quote anyway. Whoever coined the phrase initially, good for them. So, 724-438-4593. We've got 4 minutes here. No, I'm sorry. We've got 3.5 minutes to go. 3 minutes. There we go. I knew I'd get there eventually. Math is getting a little rustier as the day continues. So 3 minutes to go. Both lines are open. So give me a buzz. Want to hear from you again. 724-438-4593. Dolly Parton. Number of movies. What was your 9 to 5 was a fun movie, and I'm trying to think of what else. I think, wasn't she in The Best Little Whorehouse in Texas? I think she had a role in that, but I'm not sure, and I'm not sure what other movies she was in. But I do remember 9 to 5. But some great song, a great talent, and she will be missed on that. Of course, she lost her husband, about a year ago or so, I think. So she's with him. So we can rejoice in that, I guess, right? All right. Anything you want to add to Dolly Parton? Be my guest. Give me a buzz. 724-438-4593. Hey, a reminder: Pirate baseball tonight here on WMBS. 9:15 is pregame. 9:40 is the first pitch, as they take on the San Diego Padres in San Diego. By the way, they'll do the same thing again tomorrow night. Actually, tomorrow afternoon, my mistake. So, day game tomorrow. But don't worry, that game starts after What's on Your Mind. So we'll have 2 hours of open conversation tomorrow before the Pirate game. Then there's also the preseason game with the Pittsburgh Steelers traveling to Buffalo to take on the Bills in their new stadium. That's Thursday. 6 o'clock is pregame and 7 is kickoff. The final warm-up before the real season starts in another 2 weeks. So as the Steelers and, well, all the other teams look to finalize their rosters and, make final switches, this team cuts the person and that team likes that person, so they grab them off the wires. So all that big gaming will take place as well. I'm sure starting after this weekend's preseason games. So, all righty, gang. Well, that just about does it for today. I want to thank all the callers who joined us in conversation today. It's always enjoyable and always insightful to hear what you have to say. So it's much appreciated. And hopefully we can do it again tomorrow. So, Fox News, they're just around the corner. News from around the world, around the country. And then TJ will be in here with the local news, sports, and weather. So having said all that, it's still partly cloudy out there, 76 degrees. This is WMBS Uniontown. It's 3 o'clock.
This is a Fox News alert. An American legend is gone. I'm Lisa Brady. Dolly Parton has died.
Jolene.
The iconic entertainer was 80 and passed away peacefully in Nashville.
My family and I have shared a lifetime of beautiful memories with Dolly, but so have you. She has always been on your television, your record player, your CD, and on your phone playlist, becoming an extended part of your family, whether you liked it or not.
A family statement read by her nephew, Brian Seaver, who says his aunt opened doors for her family and for generations of singers, songwriters, musicians, and dreamers around the world.
By her example, we believed that anything was possible. She never saw a door she couldn't open, and the doors she opened made and changed history.
She wrote hundreds of songs, but was also an actress, businesswoman, and philanthropist. President Trump says there will never be anyone like her, just announcing flags will be lowered to half-staff for 1 week in her honor. Canada slapping new tariffs on American goods, including steel, cheese, and seafood, a response to